3, it's also the day Trump will invoke the Insurrection Act of 1807. Now, if you don't know what the Insurrection Act is, let me tell you what it is. It's an act that was passed in 1807 that gives the president the right to deploy American troops on American soil against Americans, with no checks and balances from the governors or the mayors of those cities. See, while we were crying about Trump getting in office on January the 20th, he was in the back signing an executive order. Now, this executive order wanted to declare a state of emergency at the border, the southern border, which gave the Department of Defense and the Department of Homeland Security 90 days to get their shit together and to report back to Trump to let him know if it was okay to invoke the Insurrection Act. Now, let's think about it like this. Got J.D. Vance, who would do anything for Trump. Got Pete Hegseth. Baby, that's a hot mess. And all the other minions Trump has put in place to serve him. This act will go through. And if you're saying to yourself, man, this shit would never happen. Remember in 2020 when George Floyd was unalive and everybody took to the street? Trumpy wanted to invoke the Insurrection Act then. But he had everybody in office that told him no, he could not. You could not deploy the U.S. military on civilians. So instead, he got the goddamn National Guard to do. He pushed everybody out the way and took a damn photo op in front of a church. I've seen several videos on this matter. They're all saying they're going to use the protests on April 5th as an excuse to invoke this act. They've also said that J.D. Vance and President Trump and everybody else has gone down there and did photo ops at the southern border for no reason. When the Insurrection Act is invoked, every city, every major city is going to be under attack. They will be able to arrest people. Yes, the military will be able to arrest them. Governors and mayors won't be able to say shit. The news stations will only be able to report what they are told to report. And civilians like us are going to be the main targets. Yes, black people. The protests on April 5th were really peaceful. Why? Because there were no black people leading the charge, especially black women. But if this Insurrection Act is invoked, more than likely our people will be out in those streets. Because now we're living under a dictatorship. And the only thing we can do right now is making sure our representatives know what the fuck is going on. Asking CNN, MSNBC, Midas Touch, and everybody else to start reporting on this shit before it happens. We literally have less than 2 weeks before Trump tries to invoke this shit and may get away with it. That is basically martial law. And Trump has done everything he can to make sure this shit follows through.